Alex's boots touched the soft metallic ground of Zythera-9 with a nervous thud. He had dreamed of visiting alien worlds since he was a child, but standing here now, the reality was overwhelming. Towering metal spires stretched toward a purple sky streaked with glowing clouds. Floating vehicles zoomed past him, their trails shimmering like neon rivers. Strange, melodic hums and mechanical whirs filled the air. Alex felt both awe and fear. This planet was alive in a way that Earth never had been. He adjusted the straps of his worn backpack, scanning the sprawling city below. Each building seemed to pulse with a soft light, as if the city itself was breathing. Alex had been sent as a human engineer to assist with alien machinery, but now, seeing it all firsthand, he questioned whether humans were even needed here. The aliens seemed so advanced, their movements precise, their technology flawless. "Focus, Alex," he muttered under his breath. "You're here to learn, not to get lost staring at buildings." The first few steps through the crowded city were chaotic. Aliens of all shapes moved around him, some with 6 arms, others with transparent skin revealing glowing veins of light. Their eyes, unlike human eyes, shifted colors with every emotion. Alex tried to avoid bumping into anyone, but with his human clumsiness, it was impossible, and that's when he met her. She appeared from a corner alley, emerging from a cloud of steam that hissed from a vent in the ground. She was tall, taller than any human, with lithe limbs and fingers that ended in elegant glowing tips. Her skin shimmered faintly, like liquid metal, and her eyes were a deep, radiant amber that seemed to look right through him. "Watch where you're going." "Human," she said in a voice that was sharp but melodic. I'm sorry," Alex stammered. He quickly stepped back, nearly tripping over a loose panel on the ground. She raised one glowing hand, and suddenly the air around them seemed to hum with energy. "I've seen your kind before. Fragile, soft, clumsy, always thinking they can handle things they are not made for." Alex swallowed hard, feeling the weight of her gaze. I'm an engineer," he said, hoping she would understand that humans were useful. She laughed a low musical sound that echoed through the alley. "Engineer, you say? We'll see about that." She held out her hand, and in it was a complex-looking toolkit, buzzing softly with energy. "Hold this. All day." Alex blinked. "Hold it? That's it?" She tilted her head, her glowing eyes narrowing. "All day. Every tool I need. If you drop one, there are consequences." And just like that, Alex found himself thrust into the world of Vrilla, the alien mechanic who apparently thought humans were only good for carrying tools. The first hour was chaos. Every time Alex tried to adjust a plasma wrench or grab a floating screwdriver, it slipped from his hands or reacted oddly, vibrating with a strange energy. Vrilla would snatch it away and shake her head. "Soft hands. You'll break my tools before you even understand them." Despite the teasing, Alex noticed something unusual. Vrilla's tools reacted differently to human touch. Some glowed brighter, others hummed softly when he held them just right. It was as if the machinery preferred him, even if she didn't. "This is impossible," he muttered under his breath. "How can these tools like me more than her?" Vrilla overheard him and raised an eyebrow. "Did you just say my tools like you? Don't get too full of yourself, human." Alex smiled nervously. "I didn't mean it like that." She only laughed again. The sound was hypnotic, and for a moment, Alex forgot his fear. He was learning, struggling, and somehow surviving. And that tiny survival felt like victory. Hours passed, and Alex carried tool after tool across Vrilla's massive workshop. Every step was a lesson. Every slip was corrected. And with every task, he began to notice subtle details, the way a plasma rod needed to be tilted just right, how a hovering lens could be stabilized with a gentle touch, or how a vibration could reveal hidden flaws in a device. He realized humans had an advantage. Aliens didn't. delicate precision combined with instinctive adaptability. Vrilla, for all her strength and skill, could only use brute force and energy manipulation. But Alex's soft hands, guided by years of careful work on Earth machines, were perfect for alien devices that required subtlety. "Don't get cocky." "Human," Vrilla warned as he adjusted a delicate holographic projector with his hands trembling. "One wrong move and it will explode." "I know," Alex replied, trying to steady himself. But inside, he felt a spark of confidence. Maybe he was needed here after all. Just as Alex was beginning to feel he was learning, something unexpected happened. He accidentally touched a tool he wasn't supposed to. It was a small metallic device with etched symbols that seemed to pulse under his fingers. The moment he held it, the workshop filled with light. A holographic map projected into the air, showing parts of the alien city he had never seen. Vrilla froze. Her eyes widened in shock. "Where did you find that?" she whispered. I didn't mean to." Alex stammered. "It doesn't matter," she said, her voice suddenly urgent. "This map. It shouldn't exist outside the highest level control rooms. You've just unlocked something dangerous." Alex felt a chill run down his spine. He had no idea what he had done, but the excitement in Vrilla's eyes told him this was important. Something big was about to happen, and he was now part of it. The rest of the day passed in a blur. Alex followed Vrilla through corridors filled with glowing machines and energy conduits. Each task was more complicated than the last, each mistake more dangerous. But each time, he managed to survive, to adapt, and sometimes, even to succeed. By the end of the day, Vrilla finally stopped and looked at him. Her glowing eyes softened slightly, a rare expression of approval. "Humans," she muttered, shaking her head. "You are unusual. Fragile, yes, but clever. You survived the day without destroying anything critical. That is impressive." Alex felt a surge of pride. Being called clever by a creature as formidable as Vrilla was better than any praise he had ever received on Earth. Just as he was beginning to relax, a low hum echoed through the workshop. The lights flickered. Shadows moved along the walls. Alex's heart raced. Vrilla's eyes narrowed. "We are not alone," she said. "Someone is watching. And I don't think they came for friendship." Alex froze. He had survived carrying tools, handling alien machinery, and even unlocking a secret map. But this was something he wasn't prepared for. As the workshop doors hissed closed, Alex realized one thing. Zythera-9 was full of surprises, and nothing here was simple. Not even holding tools. And in that moment, he also realized something else. Maybe being a human, with soft hands and careful instincts, wasn't a weakness at all. Maybe it was his greatest strength. Cliffhanger for Part 2. As Alex and Vrilla prepared for whatever was coming, the holographic map shimmered mysteriously. A path deep inside the alien city was now open, and it seemed to be calling Alex's name. Vrilla's voice was low, almost reverent. "Soft hands. You've done what no alien could. But the real challenge is only beginning." Alex swallowed hard, gripping the tools in his hands. He didn't know what lay ahead, but he knew one thing for certain. His life on Zythera-9 had just begun, and it would never be simple again. The glow of the holographic map filled Vrilla's workshop with a soft, pulsating light. Alex could barely comprehend what he was seeing. Strange symbols and lines danced in midair, forming a map of the city, yet it was unlike any map he had ever seen. Buildings moved in ways that defied logic, streets twisted impossibly, and a faint, pulsing dot indicated a hidden location deep underground. Vrilla's eyes, sharp as ever, flicked over the projection. I have never seen this," she murmured. Her tone was tense, her usually confident voice wavering. "This area is forbidden. Only the city's master mechanics have access." Alex swallowed hard. I just touched the tool. That's all." I didn't mean. You triggered it, Vrilla interrupted, her glowing hands hovering over the map. Humans, your touch. It reacts to you in ways we cannot explain. I've studied alien technology for decades, but this is different. Alex blinked, trying to understand. He had always felt humans were weak in comparison to aliens. But here, for the first time, he realized that maybe humans had something aliens didn't. Something subtle. Something delicate that could interact with technology in ways brute strength never could. Come, Vrilla said abruptly, snapping Alex out of his thoughts. If we are going to study this safely, you need to follow me. And do exactly as I say. The path Vrilla led him through was a maze of narrow corridors, heavy doors, and flickering lights. Alex clutched the tools in his hands nervously, every step echoing in the cavernous space. He tried to stay quiet, but the soft clank of his boots on the metal floor betrayed him at every turn. Vrilla didn't speak much, but her presence was commanding. Every now and then, she would glance at Alex, her glowing amber eyes assessing him. He felt like a puzzle she was trying to solve. Finally, they arrived at a massive door, etched with glowing alien symbols. This is it, Vrilla said. She placed her hand on the panel. Energy flowed through her fingers, making the symbols flare brightly. But when Alex's hand hovered near a side panel, the door responded differently. A small section glowed green, and a hidden lock disengaged. Vrilla's eyes widened. It's reacting to you again. This should not be possible. Alex felt a strange thrill. For all his mistakes earlier, he was now proving something. He wasn't just a tool carrier, he was useful. The door slid open to reveal a hidden chamber, larger than any room Alex had seen before. Machines of every shape and size hummed with energy. Holographic displays floated mid-air, showing complex schematics and strange alien glyphs. Tools hovered without support, spinning slowly as if they had a life of their own. This, Vrilla said, her voice softening in awe, is my private workshop. No alien is allowed here. Only the master mechanics can enter, and even they. She stopped herself, her gaze flicking to Alex. And now, apparently, humans. Alex stepped cautiously inside. The air was thick with the scent of ozone and warmth, the faint vibration of energy thrumming under his feet. Every machine seemed alive, reacting subtly to his movements. His soft hands brushed over a floating panel, and a series of lights blinked in acknowledgement. He froze. It's responding to me? Vrilla's eyes flickered. Yes, your touch. Humans can manipulate some alien tech in ways we cannot. That is why the master mechanics never allowed anyone else here. Alex felt a mix of fear and pride. He had always felt humans were fragile, weak. But here, he was something more. Someone necessary. For hours, Alex followed Vrilla as she demonstrated the workshop's secrets. She showed him tools that could cut through solid metal, devices that stored and projected energy, and holographic projectors that could model entire city structures. She instructed him to hold, adjust, and stabilize the tools. Each time, Alex's soft hands allowed precision that alien strength could not achieve. Vrilla, ever the perfectionist, still teased him relentlessly. Soft hands. Don't drop that lens, or it will vaporize your fingers. I'm trying. Alex snapped, though a small smile tugged at his lips. Despite the scolding, he felt a growing sense of confidence. He was learning. He was contributing. At one point, he noticed a small tool, about the size of his hand, etched with symbols that glowed faintly. When he picked it up, it hummed and expanded into a complex holographic device. He gasped, "Ah!" Vrilla's eyes widened, and for the first time, she seemed almost nervous. "You've found the resonator. No one outside my lineage is allowed to touch it." And yet, she trailed off, staring at him. Alex looked at her, unsure. "What does it do?" Vrilla's lips pressed together. "It's dangerous. It stabilizes energy flows in the city, prevents overloads, and can even manipulate power grids. But it requires a delicate touch. Too much force, too little. It fails. Humans. Maybe only humans can handle it correctly. Alex felt a strange weight of responsibility settle over him. One wrong move and the entire city could be at risk. But instead of fear, he felt determination. He could do this. He had to. As the day wore on, Alex continued to learn, adjusting tools and stabilizing devices. Each success built his confidence, while each mistake taught him something new. Vrilla watched silently, occasionally muttering to herself, sometimes even shaking her head in disbelief. You might actually be good at this, she admitted quietly, though her tone was begrudging. Soft hands. You're more capable than I thought. Alex smiled, though he didn't let it show too widely. Praise from Vrilla was rare, and he would savor it quietly. But the workshop was not as safe as it seemed. As Alex carefully aligned a hovering lens, a shadow moved across the wall. He glanced up. Outside the reinforced windows, a figure watched them, its form shifting strangely in the light. Did you see that? Alex whispered, pointing. Vrilla's eyes narrowed. Yes, we are being observed. Someone is interested in my work. And they are. Not friendly. Alex's heart raced. He had survived the challenges of the tools, the alien machinery, even handling the resonator, but now a new danger loomed. Something or someone was watching. Vrilla moved quickly, engaging a series of defensive mechanisms. Energy barriers flickered into place around the workshop. Tools floated, ready to defend. But Alex noticed something fascinating. The machines reacted differently when he touched them. His human touch seemed to amplify their response, stabilizing defenses that had previously been unstable. You see? Vrilla said, her voice tense but with a hint of awe. Your hands. They are essential. You are the key to controlling these devices safely. Alex felt a surge of pride. He was no longer just a human assistant. He was part of this alien world in a way no one expected. His soft hands, once a source of teasing, had become his greatest strength. The hours passed in a tense blur. The watcher outside moved closer, and Vrilla worked tirelessly to prepare for any intrusion. She assigned Alex tasks that tested his focus and dexterity, and each time, he surprised her with his ability to handle delicate devices that no alien could manipulate properly. You're remarkable, she admitted quietly, almost to herself. I may have underestimated humans. Alex smiled, feeling a warmth of validation he had never experienced before. For so long, humans had been considered weak, fragile, inferior. But here, in the heart of Vrilla's secret workshop, his humanity, the very qualities that had been mocked, was the reason they could defend the city's secrets. As night fell on Zythera-9, the holographic map continued to glow softly in the workshop. The pulsing deep underground seemed to beckon them. Alex knew that this was only the beginning. The watcher outside was not the only danger. They had yet to uncover what lay hidden in the city's forbidden zones. Vrilla finally lowered her tools, her expression unreadable. Soft hands. Tomorrow we go deeper. There are secrets you must see. And there are risks you cannot yet imagine. Alex nodded, gripping the tools he had carried all day. Despite exhaustion, despite fear, he felt a strange excitement. This world was dangerous, yes, but it was also alive with opportunity. And for the first time, he truly understood his own value. He was a human. And here, that made all the difference. Cliffhanger for Part 3. As Alex and Vrilla prepared for the next stage of their journey, the shadows outside grew bolder. The hidden chamber's defenses flickered, and a low, mechanical hum signaled the approach of something powerful. Vrilla's voice was low and urgent. Soft hands. You've handled my tools. You've unlocked secrets no alien could. But the real challenge is about to begin, and this time it will test everything you are. Alex clenched his hands around the glowing tools, ready for whatever Zythera-9 had in store. The hidden chamber hummed with energy as Alex adjusted the glowing tools in his hands. The shadows outside had grown larger, darker, more menacing. Every vibration in the floor sent a shiver down his spine. Vrilla stood beside him, her glowing amber eyes scanning the workshop, her hands ready to manipulate the machines. "Soft hands," she said quietly, almost reverently. "Today you will see why you are different." Alex nodded, trying to hide his nervousness. He had carried tools all day, handled alien machinery with care, and even activated the mysterious resonator. But now, a real threat was approaching, one that no joke, no teasing, and no practice could fully prepare him for. A metallic clang echoed from the entrance. The Watcher they had seen earlier had entered. Alex barely caught the movement, a towering alien with chitinous armor, eyes glowing red and energy spikes bristling from its limbs. It moved fast, too fast for a human to react normally. But Alex had something this alien didn't: instinct, precision, and adaptability. Vrilla's hands flared with energy. Tools hovered, ready to defend. The workshop's holograms projected shields and barriers. But the intruder didn't pause. It struck at the nearest hovering device, sending sparks and fragments flying. "Alex, hold the resonator steady," Vrilla shouted. "If it destabilizes, the entire city grid could collapse." Alex's heart pounded. He had only held it once before, and even then, it had pulsed strangely under his touch. But now, the weight of responsibility made his fingers steady. He gripped the resonator, feeling its strange energy respond to his human touch. The device pulsed softly, its glow syncing with his heartbeat. "Keep it steady," Vrilla yelled, redirecting energy beams with a flick of her fingers. The alien rival advanced. It was strong, powerful, and aggressive. Vrilla's tools alone could not stop it. She tried to strike with energy conduits, but the alien dodged, striking again at a vital machine. Sparks flew and alarms blared. "Alex, now!" Vrilla snapped out. Alex took a deep breath. Using the soft, precise motions his hands were capable of, he adjusted the resonator's focus points. Energy beams realigned perfectly. The intruder struck again, expecting chaos, but instead, the workshop's defenses stabilized instantly, walls shimmering with energy, floating tools intercepting attacks. Vrilla stared in disbelief. "It's your touch, you're stabilizing everything." Alex's mind worked fast. Each alien attack was predictable in its power, but chaotic in its pattern. Humans were unique, he realized. They could adapt instinctively to chaos. He moved his hands carefully, nudging controls, adjusting beams, activating small tools. The workshop responded perfectly. The alien, realizing its brute force was useless, growled a sound that reverberated through the metal corridors. It lunged for Vrilla, who was momentarily distracted, trying to protect a delicate energy lens. Without thinking, Alex moved in. He caught the alien's arm with a reinforced tool, redirecting its momentum just enough for Vrilla to strike with an energy whip. "Good. Again!" Vrilla shouted, surprised by his agility. Alex's hands, so often mocked as soft, were now the key to victory. Each precise movement activated alien devices in ways no brute strength could. He guided energy flows, stabilized the floating tools, and even deflected small attacks from the intruder. The battle escalated. Sparks flew, machines hummed with tension, and the air was thick with ozone and fear. But Alex felt a strange calm. Every tool he held, every adjustment he made, was a small victory. His human instincts, refined from years of careful work, allowed him to act in ways that aliens, even masters like Vrilla, could not anticipate. Vrilla began to see him in a new light. You aren't just soft hands," she said mid-battle, her voice tight with effort. You're necessary. Alex's heart raced, but he kept moving. He directed the resonator's pulses toward the intruder, using careful pressure points that caused the alien's energy shield to flicker and fail. Vrilla exploited the opening, striking critical points with precision strikes. The alien roared in frustration, suddenly realizing it had underestimated the human. Each attack it launched was countered not with strength, but with clever manipulation. Alex's soft hands guided Vrilla's tools perfectly, adjusting, correcting, and stabilizing. At one point, the intruder grabbed a heavy energy rod, swinging it like a club. Alex reacted instinctively, lifting the resonator just right so the rod deflected harmlessly into a wall. Vrilla glanced at him, eyes wide. I cannot believe it. Only a human could do that. For a moment, the workshop fell silent. Sparks flickered, machines hummed, and the intruder paused. Then, Alex did something daring. Using his precise touch, he manipulated several small devices at once, creating a network of energy beams that trapped the intruder in place. Vrilla stared, almost speechless. It's perfect. You did it. You saved my workshop. Alex's chest swelled with pride. The teasing, the nickname, the endless hours of carrying tools, all of it had led to this moment. He wasn't weak. He wasn't soft. His hands, carefully trained and instinctively precise, had made the difference. The intruder roared one last time, but it was too late. With coordinated energy flows from Alex and precise strikes from Vrilla, it was forced to retreat, vanishing into the shadows of the alien city. When the workshop finally settled, sparks dying and machines stabilizing, Alex dropped the tools he had been holding for hours. He was exhausted, hands trembling, but the feeling of accomplishment was overwhelming. Vrilla approached him, her usual teasing tone replaced with respect. Soft hands. You are no longer just a human I tolerate. You are an essential part of my work. Without you, this disaster could have destroyed everything. Alex laughed softly, exhausted but elated. I guess being soft isn't always a weakness. No, Vrilla admitted, her glowing eyes softening. It's a strength. Delicate, adaptable, precise. Humans. You have something we never truly understood. You are capable of things no alien can do. For the first time, Alex felt truly proud of who he was. Not because he had survived, but because he had proven that humans had unique strengths. That even in a world full of powerful aliens, soft hands could make all the difference. As they cleaned up the workshop, the holographic map continued to glow, pointing to deeper, forbidden areas of the city. Vrilla glanced at it, her face thoughtful. There are more secrets, deeper challenges. And I believe you may be the key to them as well. Alex smiled, gripping the tools that had once felt heavy and cumbersome. He had come to Zythera-9 unsure of his place, afraid of being fragile, weak, and unneeded. But now, after carrying tools, stabilizing alien machinery, and facing danger, he knew something profound. His humanity, his careful, soft hands was his greatest weapon. The workshop was quiet now, but the city outside still hummed with life. Floating vehicles glided past, lights flickered, and somewhere in the distance, another threat waited. But Alex didn't feel fear anymore. He had faced danger, learned the secrets of the alien workshop, and proven that humans were special in ways no one had imagined. Vrilla looked at him one last time, her tone both serious and approving. Soft hands. Tomorrow we go further. There are mysteries the city hides, and I trust only you can help me uncover them. Alex nodded, placing his hands carefully on the tools. He felt ready, strong, capable, and for the first time, he understood his own potential. As the sun set over Zythera-9, casting strange violet shadows across the city, Alex stood in the workshop. A human among aliens, but a human who had proven that soft hands could change the course of events, stabilize impossible machines, and even save a life or a city. The future was unknown, dangerous, and full of challenges. But Alex smiled. He was ready. And for once, being human, being delicate, adaptable, and precise was more than enough. It was extraordinary. Ending hook, possible continuation. The holographic map shimmered, revealing a new, even more mysterious location deep beneath the city. Vrilla's voice was low, full of wonder and caution. Soft hands. There's more to this city than even I imagined, and only you may unlock its true secrets. Alex gripped the tools once more, ready for whatever awaited. The adventure was far from over, but one thing was certain: humans were special, and sometimes the softest hands could wield the greatest power.